you accept that there was an act of penetration between Trump and E. Jean Carroll, E. Jean Carroll is saying it was unconsensual, and Donald Trump is saying it never happened, well, thereby we have the most reason to believe E. Jean Carroll because we know Trump is lying. Not to mention, that's what the unanimous jury of 9 ruled. Not to mention, that's what was upheld by the Supreme Court. Not to mention that we also already know that Donald Trump is already engaged in other cases of violent sexual activities in other circumstances. In dressing rooms, too. Like when he admitted to
Okay, that was completely out of context. It was not a dressing room. It was backstage.
So why weren't there any other men back there, then? If it was just a general backstage area.
There were men back there.
So if there weren't men back there, would you accept that it's more likely to be a dressing room?
It's not a dressing room. I think it was
I want you to answer my question. I want you to answer my question. If we knew with certainty that there wasn't any men in the place where Donald Trump went into, and it was just a bunch of naked women.
That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm giving you is called an if-then conditional statement, sweetheart. I'm going to need you to keep up with this one, Bob. So if it was the case that we knew the space Donald Trump went into was a space where no men were anywhere, there was no men around, and it was just naked women and girls changing and naked, would you accept that it's more likely that it was a dressing room backstage?
No, because it was backstage. It was not a dressing room.
Okay, so you're saying that even if we knew that there's no men in this area, you're saying you'd still know with certainty that it was just a general backstage area?
Yes.
How?
Because there's proof.
What's the proof?
That there were no dressing rooms in that building.
What building?
The building they were in.
Which was?
I don't know what that is, bro.
Then how do you know that there's no dressing rooms in it? Clearly,
I just searched it up.
Searched it up. What's your source?
AI overview.
Okay. What's AI's source?
Oh, God.
Hold on.
Also, like, by the way, for you to argue that there was no dressing rooms at a dressing pageant is nuts. Like, do you just think that like, the minor little girls... One moment. Like, do you just think that these minor little girls were just getting all their clothes off and changing in public? They wouldn't have a dressing room for them? Then where were they? If there was no dressing room, then where were they dressing?
The bathroom.
At a dressing room, they wouldn't have dedicated changing spaces.
Can you play the pageant?
Wait. No. I need you to justify that. Justify your claim that at these dressing pageants, they didn't even have dressing rooms. Prove that.
AI overview.
AI overview is not a source.
Yeah, but do you think AI overview is right?
Often AI overview is wrong. It's not even built for reliability. It's just built for human-like communication. Now, maybe your AI gave you a source in reference to what it was saying. Could you please provide us with that?
I don't see a source. It just says
Okay, well then perfect. My source that there's only 2 R's in the word strawberry is an AI overview. My source that Parker Get a Job is Dean Withers, and that's just one of my other identities, is AI overview. The source for the claim that I'm dating a literal fucking cat named Momo Withers is AI overview. So you think it's just as likely to be true that there was no dressing rooms at these events because AI said it, as it is also likely to be true that Parker is literally me, I'm literally dating a cat, and there's only 2 R's in the word strawberry.
No, because AI would never say that.
So AI has said all 3 of those things.
Yeah, AI has literally said that I am Dean Withers.
I'll search it up right now.
Wait, I mean, it doesn't matter if it says it now. It has in the past. It probably says my actual name now.
Is Dean Withers Parker?
Also, how do you know that the
Dean Withers and Parker are separate political creators who frequently debate together?
Cool. So they updated their information. That's good. So this just means that AI could be wrong. So how do you know that the AI isn't wrong when it's telling you that there weren't any dressing rooms at the pageants that Donald Trump owned?
I don't know that it's not wrong.
Okay, how do you know that it is right?
Because it's AI overview and it's usually right.
What's the argument for that? Could you actually just like show us the AI overview? Turn your camera on. I just sent you an invite. Show us what the AI overview
I'm not
says.
turning my camera on.
I don't want to see you. I want to see your computer screen. I think that you're lying.
I'm not turning my camera on.
Because you're lying, right?
No.
At the pageants that Trump
Search it up.
owned.
No, how about you
their
search it up? You just
dressing
search it up.
rooms for the pageant contestants. Yeah, I think that this guy's just lying. Yeah, this guy's just fucking lying. Of course he's just lying. Of course he's just fucking lying.
Let's see.
Yeah, of course he. Why didn't I think about this earlier? Yes. Pageants owned by Donald Trump, including Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA, had backstage dressing rooms for contestants. Multiple former contestants from the late 1990s and the early 2000s reported that Trump walked in unannounced into the women's dressing rooms while contestants were changing or half naked. Trump himself acknowledged and bragged about this practice in a 2005 interview with Howard Stern, stating that his ownership of the pageants allowed him to go into the backstage while contestants were getting dressed to inspect the show. So I want to clarify that you were just arguing that AI is a reliable source for truth. AI is saying that these pageants had dressing rooms and Donald Trump would abuse the fact that he was the owner of the pageants to go into those dressing rooms to look at the women when they were naked or half naked. So to be clear, do you concede? Young man.
Play the clip.
No. To be clear, do you concede, young man?
Young man.
Young man, do you concede because AI says it happened? To be clear.
Fine, okay, yeah, but can you play the clip?
Okay, so you do concede?
I know that
so
clip
I just
is
want to clarify.
bullshit.
I just want to clarify. You do concede. You are saying it is true that Donald Trump sexually exploited these beauty pageant contestants backstage. You're in the dressing rooms. You're saying that's true, correct?
No, I don't think. Wait.
When I just gave you a reliable source. Premise number 1, AI is usually right. Premise number 2, I don't know that the AI is wrong. Conclusion, because the AI says that Donald Trump did this, therefore Donald Trump did this. Sound familiar?
Can you play the clip?
No, does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Where did I get those arguments from? Where did I get those premises from? Where did I get those propositions from? Was that you?
What?
Was that you? Did I get those propositions from you? That AI is usually reliable. We have no reason to doubt the AI. Okay. So by using your standard of truth, it's true that Donald Trump exploited these women and girls, correct?
That's not.
No?
Dude,
okay. So let me ask you a question. When you tried to say that because the AI overview is saying that they didn't have dressing rooms, therefore they didn't have dressing rooms, why can't I say that because the AI overview says that Donald Trump sexually exploited these women and girls, therefore he did? What's the difference?
I mean, nothing.
Okay. So then you believe that Donald Trump sexually exploited these women, or you're going to concede...
No, I don't. I do not.
Okay. So then concede your earlier argument that you made that because AI says that they didn't have dressing rooms, therefore they didn't have dressing rooms.
I
Concede
said
that.
they might be right because most of the time they are right. I didn't say all the time. I said most.
Okay, so you said it. So you think it's more likely than not the case that Donald Trump sexually exploited these women and girls because that's what the AI says, and AI is mostly right.
I said, yeah, AI is mostly right.
Okay, so because the AI is mostly right and the AI is saying that this is something that Donald Trump did, then it's more likely than not the case that Donald Trump did indeed do it.
Was it proven?
Answer the question. Do you agree that it's more likely than not the case that Donald Trump did indeed do it?
I mean, he might have.
Okay, no, more likely than not.
But what
1
is
second.
the exact
Do you
proof
accept that
he
it's
did?
more likely than not?
Yeah. But I need proof though. Can you show me some proof?
Well, I mean, apparently, yeah, that is the truth. It's more likely than not the case.
I
to be
said
true.
proof.
Yeah, that is proof. You just accepted that it's more likely than not true.
It might be. Bruh. Can you play the clip?
Yeah. Here's Donald Trump admitting to violent
Because it's
sexual
completely
exploitation.
out of context.
Ah.
Right.
To do that.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everying else. And, no men are anywhere. and I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. You know, I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no
Yeah.
clothes.
He's
Is everybody
just-
okay? And you see these incredible-looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
He's making sure his establishment is working.
Okay, so he is violating the right to privacy and dignity and consent of naked women and girls by looking at them unconsensually while they're naked to make sure that his facility.
First of all, I do not think that
also,
anybody would get completely naked.
I just
in
have a question.
pageant.
I just have a question. He said that he was just
Do
making
you
sure
think
that his
that?
facilities. One moment. You're saying that he was just making sure that his facility was running clearly. No, he did this to look at their naked bodies. We know that because he said he did this to
I
look at their naked bodies.
guarantee that nobody is getting naked
Okay. Why can you make that guarantee? How do you know this? What's the
because
evidence?
it's a beauty pageant, right?
Yeah.
So what is the need to change like your bra and your underwear?
Well,
There's no
oftenti-
need to do that.
So oftentimes, if a woman's like putting a dress on, she won't wear a bra at all, or will just wear pasties. Maybe we'll want to change their bra so it's a little bit more low profile. Other times, you know, these pageants were literally bikini pageants. So of course they would take both their bra and their underwear off to get changed into.
Okay,
a
and you think
bikini.
they were all doing this in front
Third
of
of all, okay, he said in the clip that they have no clothes on. And like fourth of all,
He did not
regardless of what your reading of no clothes means, regardless if you think that's fully naked or just panties, something like that, it's still sexual exploitation. Because the only reason why they'd be
He
naked were
never
in their
said
panties.
no clothes. He just said he was inspecting the
So,
backstage.
so if he said no clothes, would I be right?
Oh yeah, but he
I'm
didn't.
inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes, and I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay?
Dude,
You
you're
know,
wrong,
they're
bro.
standing there with no clothes.
You are.
Is that?
There you go.
Dude, you're wrong, bro.
I just played you the clip of him saying that they had no clothes on, you idiot.
He said he's inspecting. I did not hear him say no clothes.
Is this guy like a fucking idiot?
Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes.
The quote is
With
literally,
no clothes.
you know they're
He
standing
didn't-
there with no clothes.
He did not say that.
That-
You just heard him say it. Are you just trolling at this point?
Yeah, are you trolling?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I want you to repeat what he says.
The dress. Is everyone okay? You know, they're standing there with no clothes.
Repeat what he said. I'll repeat it first.
He said club.
Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes.
He did not say clothes. He said
Okay, then
club.
repeat what he said. Like, repeat the full sentence of what he said.
He said, and I see them standing there with no clothes.
Okay, what do you think claws mean?
Bro, that,
You don't know what
I
that
don't know.
means?
That's something.
So do we agree that that's an incomplete word? Do we
Maybe.
agree that people often cut themselves off in the middle of a word to take a breath, to laugh, for dramatic effect? Yeah?
it
Okay,
depends.
so let's go ahead and finish this word. The statement was, they're standing there with no claw. So what could the second part of that last word be? I'd say clothes. The reason why I'd say clothes?
Club and clothes. If he said club.
That's what he said. So how about you finish the word? What do you think the rest of that word is?
I don't know what it could be.
Oh, because the only option is close. What's another option? Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave this to you, and I'm going to leave this to literally every single person watching my live. We have over 32,000 combined viewers on TikTok and YouTube. If anybody watching this stream right now could come up with a word that would fit in the context of the statement he made and fit in accordance with the first syllable that left his mouth, I'll concede the argument. Guest, I want you to actively look at the chat. I want you to use your eyes, scan what everybody is saying, and I want you to try to find a viable alternative to the word clothes that would finish that sentence in context with the first syllable of that last word and the greater context of what he was communicating to Howard Stern.
Okay, so I mean, you can't ask me what he said. I don't know what he said.
Okay, and this is exactly where we get. You are a MAGA idiot cult member because you
Here's the
deny
thing. You get so mad.
you deny all of your senses to defend this scoundrel. You have all of a sudden just lost all reliability of your rational senses. You've lost all reliability of your cognitive senses. You've lost all reliability of your audible senses. I'm playing you a clip of a statement that Donald Trump is making in context of telling Howard Stern the sexual things that he'd do with the beauty pageant contestants. He's very clearly saying that he'd see them there standing with no clothes on. You're saying otherwise. Now, your counter-argument is in fact so weak that you can't even articulate it in language. You are forced to say things. Shut up. You are forced to say things like, I literally don't know what he was going on to say, even with the help of over 30,000 people in the chat trying to help you finish that word, because the only option was close. Here's the argument. Donald Trump said they're standing there with no clue. Donald Trump made this statement in a greater statement about going into the dressing rooms backstage at a beauty pageant where we would expect people to be standing around with no clothes on. Donald Trump also made this statement in reference to a story about the sexual things that he would do with the beauty pageant contestants, and it would make sense that he'd do these sexual things while they had no clothes on. All of the beauty pageant contestants, ranging from Mariah Bellato in 1997 to Tasha Dixon in 2001, said that he would walk into their dressing rooms while they had no clothes on. Conclusion. Every data point of evidence points us to the conclusion that it is only reasonable to believe that he said, and I quote, they're standing there with no clothes.
Here's the thing. Trump might not be a good president. I mean, sorry, not a good person, but he is a good president.
Okay, so you are accepting that he did say that they're standing there with no clothes, correct?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. So then you accept that he sexually exploited these people, correct?
Okay, yeah. So I mean, something that I've said for a long time is he's not a good person.
So,
but he's a good
so
president.
I just yes or no? Do you accept that he sexually exploited these people?
If you can show me a real article saying that happened,
Why do I need an article?
because that little clip that you made isn't enough evidence.
You
Why?
literally heard the clip. What
Why
else
is the
do you
clip-
fucking need?
Why is the clip not enough evidence?
Because it can easily be manipulated
Okay, so how can it
How?
be easily manipulated?
with AI. With
Okay, I have a
This
question.
came out before AI existed, my guy.
yeah, I can easily make. I could. That doesn't matter. The clip is out there.
Did AI exist 9 years ago? To the point where
No, it
could easily
didn't.
be
But I
mani-
could take. I could take the clip.
So
put
if
it
I
to
could,
AI and
if
tell
I
him-
could prove to you that there's been no manipulation on this clip for the last 9 years, you would concede, correct?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
these are
look at the
YouTube
date in which it was
comments.
posted. Look at the date when it was posted. Wow. Do you,
9
do you
years
seem,
ago.
Do you feel smart right now? Do you feel smart right now, buddy?
Okay. Donald Trump engaged in crude.
Okay,
and
so you concede, right?
that
You just said you would concede, so now concede.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so you concede that Donald Trump sexually exploited women and girls in their dressing rooms, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you concede that the jury was right because they ruled that he raped E. Jean Carroll in a dressing room, correct?
I do not think that he raped E. Jean Carroll.
Oh yeah, because you think that forced penetration of a vagina with a finger is not rape.
I
Yeah,
also
trigger
think
warning.
that
Trigger
Trump-
warning to the audience. Trigger warning to the audience, everyone, because this is going to be pretty dark. But it's necessary to discuss, unfortunately. A lot of newborns that are raped, their private parts are too small for the rapist to fit their penis in it. So the rapist will use their fingers.
Oh my god.
Is that rape?
Answering that.
Answer the question. There are millions of victims of child rape who were raped as infants. And the instrument that was used was the fingers. are you going to invalidate those victims? Are you going to say that they weren't actually raped?
I mean, like, dude, you're getting me in like a corner here. Like, I don't.
Answer the question, please.
Okay, yeah, they were raped,
So you can rape people with your
and it
fingers.
was sexual abuse.
So you can
Maybe
rape people with...
for a little kid, sure.
It seems like what you're doing is you're just intentionally leaving E. Jean Carroll out of the group of people
Also,
that
Trump,
can be raped in the way in which Trump did it. Okay? It seems like now you're arguing that it actually is rape to be forcefully penetrated with a finger. Okay? But like only in scenarios that exclude Trump and E. Jean Carroll. And I know why you're doing
if
this.
that's the only
The reason why
option.
you're doing this is because you're a fucking rape apologist. You know that you cannot refute the fact that Donald Trump forced his fingers in her vagina. The evidence is too strong. We had a unanimous jury of 9 rule his guilt. We had a Trump supporter on that jury. That ruling was corroborated by the Supreme Court 6-3 conservative leaning twice. Donald Trump has a track record of engaging in sexual violence in dressing rooms, and you just accepted it. They found male DNA on the dress, and Donald Trump refused to give his to the court to test against it. Donald Trump lied twice in court. Okay? So you know that you can't deny the outcome of the court ruling. So what you will play is a semantic game where you will fight tooth and nail to ensure that words like rape can't be used in this situation because it makes it seem worse. You don't want people to think that what happened to E. Jean Carroll was as bad as it actually was, and your only line of defense left to argue that position is to baselessly and arbitrarily deny that what happened to her is rape. You're not just in a battle against me, you're also in a battle against the majority of American states. 40 states include the forced penetration of a woman's vagina with a finger as rape. You would say that people who are convicted of rape for the forced penetration of the vagina with a finger are falsely convicted. You would fight tooth and nail for every rapist who has had a court rule they're a rapist because it was with their fingers. I find you to be a part of the problem. And I find this problem to be generational. I find this problem to be perverse. And I find this problem to continue to peddle rape and rape culture, not just in this country, but across the globe. And my question to you is why? Why do you fight this hard against victims of sexual violence and rape? Why do you fight this hard against survivors? And why do you fight this hard to defend the perpetuators of these actions in the first place?
Hello? Dean, what do you keep doing?
I ask questions. Would you like to respond to them?
Okay, yeah, sure. Here's the thing. I don't think Trump is a good person, but I think he's a good president. That's why I support him, because he's a good president. And I definitely would not like Kamala Harris to be a president.
So what question that I asked does this address?
None, but it's just an overall, it's just
So are
a
you
general
refusing
statement.
to address the questions that I asked you?
I mean, like, if you can show me, like, evidence that he actually raped E. Jean Carroll. I mean,
What
I'll
question
believe
did
it,
I
but
ask that this
also
addressed?
he had as all the girls he wanted. I don't think he would go for E. Jean Carroll.
What question did I ask that this is addressing?
What did you say again?
What question did I ask that this statement is addressing?
Yeah, you talk so fast, it's like hard to catch on.
What question did I ask you? What statement did I make that this is addressing?
I mean, it's stating that you said,
You sound
Like, can you
fucking
just repeat?
ridiculous. You sound
No, it's
fucking
because-
ridiculous.
here's the thing. You guys get so mad at these Republicans, but without Republicans, you would be nothing.
What question did I ask you? Is this addressing?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I made a handful of statements about how you like to engage in the use of semantics in order to downplay the wrongness of an action. I pointed out that you can't refute the findings of the court, but what you want to refute is the findings of the court were indeed rape by arbitrarily denying that the forced penetration of a woman's vagina with a finger against her will is rape. And this is a very arbitrary judgment from yours. When I gave you a very bad occurrence of the rape of an infant, you did concede that that would be rape even with a finger, but now you're arbitrarily refusing to apply that to adult women. The question that would remain is why? But I don't think you have an answer to
Because
this
that's
question.
the only option for a kid.
Why does that matter?
Because it's Hello?
Hi, why does that matter?
Because that's the only option for a kid.
Why does that matter? If
Because
that
that
was
makes
true,
it
why
rape.
would that matter? Why? Why would that make it rape in one case but not the other?
Because it's for a kid.
So if E. Jean Carroll was a kid, it would have been rape, but because she's an adult, it wasn't?
Yeah.
So if there was no change in what Trump did to her,
And I also think
but there
that
was a change
Agent
in her
Carroll
age, it would have been
definitely
rape.
consented to it.
So I just want to be super clear here. The only thing that was relevant was her age, not what happened to her.
I mean, yeah,
So-
I guess.
So the age of the victim is the defining factor of rape, not the unconsensual nature of forced penetration. So you think the moment that women turn 18 years old, all of a sudden they can no longer be raped in many ways that they could have been raped before. And we're not-
I don't support.
in both
I
cases,
only
it's
support
unconsensual.
abortion and rape if they're
No,
under 18.
I'm not asking you abortion. I want you to answer my question. So why would you say that if the same unconsensual act took place towards E. Jean Carroll if she was 17, it would have been rape, but because this unconsensual act took place towards her when she was in her 30s, it was not rape? Why? What's the difference?
Well, I just don't think that he raped her.
We're talking about the action that the jury concluded took place. You said that if this action, this unconsensual action took place to an adult, it's not rape. But if this unconsensual action took place to a kid, it would be rape. Why?
Okay, fine. It is rape.
Okay, so you admit that this whole time you have been fighting tooth and nail to defend that rape is not actually rape.
I mean, it's because you keep.
So I just want to clarify this whole time. I just want to clarify this whole time, for the last hour or so, you have been fighting tooth and nail to defend that rape isn't rape. Is that an accurate statement?
No, that's not accurate.
Why?
Because I'm saying that I mean, that like I think Eugene Carroll was into it, and she brought
disgusting.
it up. When
That's disgusting,
Okay,
but
hold
that's
on.
not what we're talking about. Like the last claim that I made was impersonal to Eugene Carroll. It was about what defines rape as rape. So you just conceded moments ago that it is rape for a man to forcefully penetrate a woman's vagina against her will with his fingers. For the last
Yeah, if they're
hour,
18,
you've been arguing.
under 18,
Why would this not apply to adults?
because it's a minor.
Why does that matter? It's still unconsensual. Why
Because
would the
being
age
a
matter?
minor makes everything a billion times worse.
Okay, so you're saying, so you are saying that it's less worse, therefore it's not rape?
Do you think it's worse to rape an adult or a child?
That's not even what you're saying. What you're saying is that it's not as bad to penetrate a woman's vagina with a finger as it is with a penis. Correct?
Yeah,
Why?
because you can get pregnant.
So if the woman's infertile and they're penetrated with a penis, meaning they can't get pregnant, it's not rape because it's not as bad?
It still is rape, just in general.
Okay, but
Penis, it's rape.
what's the meaningful distinction and the wrongness of an infertile woman getting penetrated with a penis and an infertile woman getting penetrated with a finger?
It's just as wrong.
Oh, okay, so therefore it's not rape, because remember you were arguing that it's less bad for a man to penetrate a woman's vagina with a finger than it is for a woman to have her vagina penetrated with a penis, therefore it's not rape. But now you're accepting that it's actually not less bad to penetrate a woman's vagina with a finger as it would be to penetrate it with a penis, given that she's infertile. So you're saying that infertile women can't be raped.
Here, I'll tell you this.
Are you saying that infertile women can't get raped? Is that what you're saying?
They can get raped.
Oh, okay, even though it's just as bad as a finger? So then concede that you were wrong when you argued that it's not rape with a finger because it's less bad.
It's sexual abuse with a finger.
Okay, so then go ahead and... so then you're still arguing that it is worse for a woman to have her vagina penetrated with a penis than it is with a finger. Once again, right back to the question. Why?
Because it's just obvious.
No, it's not. It's not obvious to me, the majority of people in the majority of states in America. So that claim's false.
Okay, wait. What about this?
So what's the difference? Why is it worse for a woman to have a... No, answer the question. Why is it worse? No, answer the fucking question. Why is it worse for a woman to have her vagina forcibly penetrated by a penis in comparison to a finger? Tell me why.
Because it can get you pregnant.
Okay, and that's what makes it not rape, correct? That the finger can't get you pregnant.
No, it's rape because it's two genitals.
No, that's what makes it not rape in the case of a finger, is that the finger can't get you pregnant, correct?
Yeah, and also the finger's not a genital.
Okay. So if a man penetrates a woman with something that can't get that woman pregnant, then it's not rape?
It's sexual abuse.
Okay.
I think that's just science,
Can infertile women ever get pregnant?
No.
So can infertile women ever get raped?
Yes, they can.
30 seconds ago, you agreed that if a man penetrates a woman's vagina with something that can't impregnate her, then it's not rape. But there's nothing that can penetrate. There's nothing that can penetrate. I'm going to repeat myself because you interrupted me. Less than 45 seconds ago, you made the claim that if a man penetrates a woman's vagina with something that he cannot impregnate her with, then it's not rape. There's nothing that the vagina of an infertile woman can be penetrated with that would impregnate them. Therefore, there's nothing that can penetrate a woman's vagina given she's infertile that would amount to rape. So are you going to concede that you're wrong? Or are you going to double down and claim that infertile women literally can't get raped?
I think that they can get raped if it's with a guy's genitals.
Okay, so then when you made the claim that it's not rape with a finger because a finger can't impregnate them, that doesn't matter.
It's not. It's in general. It's not rape with a finger. It's rape with genitals.
So when you said that the reason why it's not rape with a finger is because a finger can't impregnate that woman, I just want to clarify. You are accepting that the ability or capacity to impregnate or the lack thereof doesn't matter.
That a man's genitals.
Okay, so why is it only rape with a genital?
Not their finger.
Why?
Because that's just. Because. Bro,
because why?
Like.
Why does the location of the thing doing the penetrating matter?
Because that gives pleasure to a man.
Oh. Okay.
It's sexual abuse to a woman.
Okay, so
If-
you're saying that it doesn't give pleasure to a man when he penetrates a woman's vagina forcefully with his fingers, and that's why it's not rape.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, why do men do it if they don't get pleasure?
That's the thing. That's why it's not rape. It's sexual abuse.
Why do men do it if they don't get pleasure?
I don't know, bro.
Because they do get pleasure. And if a man did not get pleasure from his penis, because maybe he lost all sensitivity down there and he forced it on a young girl, would that not be rape?
No, of course it would be rape.
Okay, so then the lack of sensitivity or pleasure in the region being used to do the penetrating does not explain if it is or is not rape.
It's just because. Hold on, can you show when did E. Jean Carroll say that Trump raped her?
We're talking
if it was
about
before
defini-
2016,
sir.
If it
we're
was
talking
before
about,
2016,
sir, we're talking about generalities right now, not specifics. You made the claim that it's not rape if you don't have heightened sensitivity in the region that you're using to penetrate. So if a man
I think it's rape in
lacks
general
all
if it's a man's
sensitivity with a
genitals.
penis, but the
Yeah, but most
explanation
men
for why
don't.
the explanation that you gave me for why it matters that it's a genital is because you have additional pleasure using the genital. So in a case of a man that does not, you'd argue he can't rape anyone, correct?
he can rape someone.
Oh, okay, so then the additional pleasure from the region is not relevant to why you think it's only rape with the genital. So I'll ask you again, why is it only rape with the genital?
Because that's like the natural. That's because.
So you're back
because
to
it's
calling
not-
rape natural?
No. Because it's not sex if it's with fingers.
What's sex?
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
If men didn't exist, would there be no rape?
Yeah.
Because you think women can't rape other women. So you think
No,
if and
women
by the way,
cannot.
that's a,
Hold on,
by the
give me,
way,
like,
that's go ahead.
That's his view, by the way. Like, so he just to clarify, he literally thinks that women can't rape other women.
We just got connected to a weird mic of yours, Parker. Is that true, Reston? Do you not think that women can rape other women?
No, I do not think that. I think they can sexually abuse it, but not rape because that's
So
not
rape doesn't
possible.
occur. So rape
It's
doesn't
not
occur
possible.
in women's. So rape doesn't occur in women's prisons.
It's not possible to have sex with two women.
So rape does not occur in women's prisons.
Sexual abuse can.
Can sex occur between two men?
No,
So it's not possible for a man to rape another man.
it's possible to sexually abuse.
But
them.
it's not possible for them to be raped.
No.
So all men who have a story to tell about how they were raped by another man are wrong.
I mean, yeah. Can we just move to this?
Yeah,
If
you're
you can
literally
prove to
fucking
me-
crazy. You're literally fucking
you-
crazy.
Hold on. If
You're
you
literally
can-
you're just a disgusting, terrible person. You are a terrible, 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 brazenly disgusting human being.
These people are fucking ridiculous, dude.
Like, Dean, this is fucking crazy.
Man. Why? I just don't understand how a person can be so unconscious, like so wrong and okay with being wrong and indifferent to truth, indifferent to the lived experiences of others.
What
One
happened?
second.
Okay. I hope everything's okay. It looks like it could be good rather than bad, so I don't know.
Guys? Okay, nothing bad with me. Well, I mean, kind of. So I've like keyworded this out of my chat over the course of the last couple days, and I just haven't mentioned it at all because I didn't want to give it any exposure. But I'm sure like many of you guys know that there was like a new account that popped up accusing me of rape, like on top of the Emily account. It's called an Addison account. No fucking way. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen that over? Like they've been getting hundreds of thousands of views on their posts and everything. You guys have seen that? I have something to show you. I'll finally talk about that real quick because of a video that was posted 19 minutes ago. So for everyone that doesn't know, it's turned into a trend to create false accounts claiming to be a young woman to then fake screenshots to falsely accuse me of rape. And this has happened again after just the Emily account, which I'm sure that you guys are familiar with a new account. I'll show you guys some of their posts now.
Because I do believe in...
Saying, you know, DNSA'd me. Here's proof. DMs, just like with the Emily account. Other proof too. And then they also fake some like Snapchat message. And they're claiming to be this person right here. There's a couple meaningful things about that we could use to identify this person. The first big one is going to be a mole on the side of their neck. Take a look at the beginning of the video. Right there, you'll see a mole on their neck, which is a very identifying factor of this person's face. Look at what I just got sent to me. Look at what I just got sent to me. Let me send it to myself. It's sending right now. Give me one moment. Still sending. Sorry, it's a really big video. There we go. Copy media link.
Look, but I'm...
Check this out.
I'm gonna post like more things. I'm gonna show y'all more things, but there's someone pretending to be me, and now sorry, my phone cut out. But now they're falsely accusing Dean Withers of SAing them, even though it's like the account isn't even them, and it's me. And like people are commenting on my stuff now, saying someone's pretending to be me. Like I know, I've known this for like a little bit. Now they're doing like devious shit. Oh, am I last? Whatever. But can y'all report this account? Hey, so don't mind how I look, but I'm gonna post like more things. I'm gonna show y'all more things, but there's someone pretending to be me.
So basically, MAGA is at it again. Well, I won't say MAGA. Somebody is at it again. This is sarcastic terrorism.
Dean, this is fucking crazy. Like
this is
the fact
fucking
that
crazy.
The fact that people go to this extent to try to like discredit you because you call out people, I'm like, that's why like it seems to be MAGA, is because like who would take it to this extent, right?
Ooh.
To literally try to like fake people to be able to like create these sort of narratives. It clearly seems like someone who's MAGA, who's mad that you call out Trump for being a rapist. That seems like to be like what it is.
I have no clue. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. This is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. And this account that is peddling these allegations, look at 100,000 views, 344,000 views, 385,000 views. And like, they're like posting on their story to all those that think I'm lying, DM me what part of the proof is fake and I will disprove it. I spoke about the truth, but people don't believe me. It also like shows the mole on her neck there. Oh, then they're also like clarifying, trying to like work their way out of all these pretzels that they got themselves in. Then at the bottom, this shit is pissing me the fuck off. To the other victims of SA, please speak up. It's never too late. And then they're like, in the past day, I've received countless death and rape threats, both men and women wishing rape upon me. I'm not taking it seriously because I know they're troll, but as an SA victim, these types of messages can be very harmful. Please do not do this to people like us who just want justice. And then they're getting 400,000 views on a video saying, exposing at Dean Withers for what he did to me last summer. Hey, I know that you don't care, you probably never read this, but please just tell me why did you think is okay after I said no multiple times? Fake DMs, do I have to block you? Thank you, goodbye. Why are you ignoring me on TikTok? Just leave it alone. It was sexual assaulting. Please just stop. You can't call it that. Fucking meanwhile, like the girl that's being used for this account, just like the Emily account.
And now, sorry, my phone cut out. But now they're falsely accusing Dean Withers of SAing them, even though it's like the account isn't even them. And it's me.
Holy fucking shit. And this Addison account, they also have like a whole highlight reel of like pictures of them to try to like convince like other individuals that it isn't. Oh, then they like also posted a video like saying, oh, like when my mom low-key is getting mad about something, but I'm about to have 10 people over. Like just to try to make it look like this is like really the real girl. Okay? Like, holy fucking shit.
And like people are commenting on my stuff now saying someone's pretending to be like, I know, I've known this for like a little bit. Now they're doing like devious shit. Oh, am I last? Whatever. But can y'all report this account?
Literally
so
fucking
bad for
crazy.
her because like and she's put in the middle of all of this for nothing just because some random person that hates you decided to like use her face for that. That's so horrible.
Yup. It's fucking crazy. It's actually fucking crazy. It's so fucking crazy.
By the way, everyone, like let's also like when we're talking about the person who falsely accused, we don't even know that it's like a woman because this specific person is using someone else's identity. So like also like let's also like be very clear like with our language because like we also just like don't want to accidentally make it seem like we're referring to like an actual person because you know she is put in the middle of this and someone is falsely using her identity, you know. So it's like it's technically not her that took the stuff down or whatever. It's technically the person falsely impersonating themselves as her.
Yeah, and also to the girl that had their identity stolen, I think that you're actually watching the stream right now because a bunch of people went to your comment section and told you that I'm talking about your video. So you're probably watching right now. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. You don't deserve this, dude. You don't deserve this. Apparently people in the chat are saying that this Addison account just completely deleted all of their videos. Did they? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. And they're down. And they're down. And
literally
they're fucking
in real time.
down.
That means they were watching the stream, Dean. That means they were watching the stream.
Yep, and they're all fucking down. Okay. Alrighty. And they're all fucking down. But now, I mean, like, those videos got a collective of, like, 1 million views. Those videos got a collective of 1 million views, calling me a fucking rapist, making all these fake fucking screenshots. Ugh. When will it end? When will it end? I just can't believe it, bro. I just can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. I
I'm
can't.
happy that we can like disprove it very easily, and also the fact that people are coming out and talking about the fact that like someone was using their identity falsely. Because I mean, how else are you really going to disprove it? You know, like that's just so fucked that people can like take it to this extent and they feel like nothing wrong, like they're doing nothing wrong. Like that's so evil. It's so evil to do this because it literally harms victims. It helps perpetuators and predators. So like how could anyone ever see this to be like a justifiable thing to do to someone, regardless of their political ideology, regardless of their position? It's such a sick and evil thing to do. Like the people who are doing this, they should go to fucking jail for this.
Yup.
Like this is crazy.
Yup, they should legitimately go to jail for this. To jail. This should be illegal. So fucking illegal. It's so crazy. It's just so crazy, dude. Oh my god, I can't believe
to
it.
falsely impersonate someone else in order to be able to use that person's identity to then accuse someone else of sexual assault falsely. Like, that's fucked. That's so fucked.
Yeah. Do you mind if I have a question. Do you mind if there's something else I actually wanted to go over. Do you mind if I use like something really miscellaneous and completely like non-descriptive nor meaningful from our Discord DMs? Here, let me just send you the screenshot. I want to use this for something else. Is it okay if I use this screenshot? Just to prove a point.
Is it on Discord?
Yeah, check it out. Because this also concerns the Emily account. Is it okay if I use it? It's literally just like a random screenshot of our DMs from a while ago. I can't hear you when you're on pause.
Yeah, I'm checking. 1 sec.
No worries. Give it a moment, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's like a random message.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to show you guys something else. This was posted on the Emily account today because they're still fucking at it, unlike this Addison account that just fucking evaporated itself. And it's like, it's supposed to be a Discord screenshot of Emily saying, "Oh, you raped me." I'm like, "I told you, fuck off, I was drunk." But they quickly took it down. The funny thing about this is that it just says the time next to the username, but it doesn't show the date. Now, if you use Discord, you could actually just go check your own Discord DMs with anybody. If you sent a DM to somebody more than a week ago, I think it is, or even just a couple days, they'll always include the full date with the time. And here's like an example from my DMs with Parker. And these DMs are supposedly from 2024 and there's no date. So that account's just still at it. They're just still faking a bunch of bullshit. Oh, unbelievable.
These people are relentless. It's ridiculous. Like,
It's just like on the internet, people will try to find the way that they can like rage bait you the most. And like when they see that something can impact you, they will try to perpetuate it as much as they possibly can, simply just because they hate you. Yeah. And it's so sad how many people out there on the internet, they hate you so badly that they're willing to do something that they probably do see to be bad themselves, right? Simply just because it's going to harm you, because they hate you so much.
Yup. On God. Folks, we're going back to the debates. Y'all telling me to check a story. I'm not checking shit. And in fact, I would really appreciate y'all to stop spamming that in the comment section. We're going back to the debates. Fuck them. Let's go ahead and hop into the next guest. Only hop into that box if you happen to be an American adult that supports... Dude, don't even ask for her @ in that comment section. Mods, feel free to mute people asking for the handle.
Yeah.
Mods, feel free to mute people asking for the user. Do that shit. Mute them.
I think one thing in general that could help is just like all of us just like stop thinking about these things as much, because like we've already proved them to be false. We know it to be false. Like I think it would just help us in general for our mental health not to worry about these things, because like it's just these people are crazy. We know they're crazy, and you know I think we're partially giving them what they want. When we have this type of response, because they want us to have that type of "ew, they're so horrible" type of response, which is like a really sad, fucked up thing.
Yup. I brought that up for like the first time and the only time since I saw that account pop up like 4 days ago. Like just because I saw the video from the fucking girl who had her identity stolen say that wasn't me, and I wanted to vindicate her because I feel bad as hell for her. Mods, feel free to mute people in the comment section asking for the handle. Feel free to mute people asking for the handle. Let's go to get the next guest up here. Only up inside of the queue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. Let's go to get the next guest connected. Here we go. We got Big Country loading inside of the queue. Welcome into Sport Trump.
Loading. Yes, I do.
How old are you?
I'm 21. October 13th, 2004.
Are you in the bath?
No, I'm not in the bath, dude.
But I could hear the bath.
What are you talking about?
Everybody who's still asking for the handle,
I'm doing
you're like
dishes.
You're low-key acting like a
Stop asking for
mindless
the handle.
drone. One moment. Yeah, if you guys are in the chat asking for the handle, you're low-key like a mindless drone. Okay, don't give them attention. Don't give that shit attention. Alrighty. And you do support Trump?
That whole account, yeah, that whole account situation is stupid.
It's fucking crazy. It's so
It's
fucking
horrible.
stupid. Yeah, I appreciate you for that. It is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. Listen, I have a couple people to thank, but do you want to think about the best argument that you could give me insofar as why you support Trump as president?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're in the bath.
No, I'm not. I'm doing dishes.
No, you're in the bath.
Nah.
You're in
That
the
can't be
fucking
right.
bath. I'm banning
Why would I be
you.
in the bath, man?
Oh, I'm banning you.
Ban
Only
you.
opposite of the queue if you happen to be
shit.
an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president, please and thank you. These people are so sick, bro. Oh my god, they're just so fucking sick. Let's go to get the next guest connected. So fucking sick, dude. So terrible. All right, here we go. Only opposite side of the queue if you are here for debate. Only opposite side of the queue if you are here for debate. Here we go. We got Shadow Static loading up inside of the queue. Hey, welcome into Sport Trump.
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born in?
2007.
And what time is it?
808.
808. Fantastic. Here. All right. Perfect. Let me thank a couple people, and the mic and the floor will be yours. Julie, thank you for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Let's get 500 Julie W's down below. I do really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Julie. Thank you so much, Julie. Julie with the $50 says, to all the people that pretend to be those girls, hope y'all know that when you delete an account pretending to be Emily or Addison, it doesn't automatically go away. It's still in the internet system. Guarantee police will track that shit down. No, what I do is I just subpoena TikTok. So you launch the lawsuit against a John or Jane Doe, and as a part of that lawsuit, you subpoena TikTok for the relevant information concerning the account to identify the defendant. That's what happens. Thank you as well, Cartoon Lover, for the $10. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As well as you, King of the Golden State, thank you for the $10. Who says, when all else fails, throw essay on your enemy, shaking my head, apparently. Lord T, thank you for the $10 as well. He says, take a screenshot of all of this and report it to the fucking TikTok to get their information. Already on it. Lord D, thank you for another $20. I'm going to keep that message to myself just because of the sensitive nature of it. Just know that I really do appreciate you, Lord T. Let's get 200 Lord TWs down below. I really do appreciate you so much. Mariana, thank you for the $10. Who says, the more that this caller talks, the more I understand my trans girlfriend's fear of men like this. Yeah, that last guy was a red flag. I'm not going to lie. Christian, thank you for the $10 in Super Chat, who says, this is one of the worst guests I've ever seen, referring to the last guest. He was a fucking mess. T, thank you so much for the $20. Let's go and get another 200 Lord TWs down below. I really appreciate you, Lord T. You've been very, very kind to me today. Then Kat with the $20 Canadian who says, this guy argues that rape is impossible in prisons. Congratulations on your debut for the internet. Great job, 10 out of 10. Keep up the great work, Dean. Stay safe with your girlfriend and Momo, and just put this in the security funds. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Kat. Same thing to T. Thank you for another $20 donation as well. Thank you for all the love today, man. Lord T, thank you for the $10, who says, I say clog, Steve. Appreciate you so much for that love. And Lord T with another $20 saying that AI got fucking pushed. Oh yeah, we totally used that AI against him. Thank you. And then T, it's just Lord T and T going back and forth. T, I appreciate you for another $20 as well. You know what, at this point, can we just get like 3 trillion TWs down below? Because I'm just getting like donations from T and Lord T over on Super Chat. I'm really grateful for both of you. Thank you so much. And T with another $20 as well. Holy fucking shit. Thank you so much, you guys. Hey, thank you for the 10 euros over on YouTube Super Chat. Shitting on Christy Gnome. We love that. And with all that being said, I think that we're caught up on Super Chat. I appreciate y'all for the love. It's wild. We also have a couple people to thank over on Venmo. And on PayPal, on Venmo, thank you so much, Mulaney, for the $10, who says, I also don't like to dwell or relive bad situations, so I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Mulaney. Show some love to Mulaney down below. Joseph, thank you for the $25, who says, I know some really good civil attorneys. I'm sure that you have the ability to do your own due diligence, though. I appreciate you for the $20. I actually can't publicly address that comment, but just know that I appreciate you, Joseph. Thank you as well, Max, for the $10. Who says, please don't read out loud. I'll keep that to myself, Max, but just know that I'm so sorry to hear that happened to you. Same thing to you, Helen. Thank you for the $15 on Venmo. I appreciate you. Helen, I cannot read that message out loud for legal reasons as well, but just know that I really appreciate you. Anna, thank you for the $15, who says, petition for you and Parker to dress like quote-unquote gang members on tomorrow's stream. Oh yeah, I'm just going to go get a really big chain, and then that last guest is going to have to come back and say I'm literally a member of MS-13. And speaking of the devil, Veronica, thank you so much for the $100 donation on Venmo to go towards a new 24-inch chain. Veronica, that is so much money. I really appreciate you for the love. Show some love to the goat, Veronica, down below in that comment section. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to Veronica down below. That is craziness. Thank you so much for the love. Same thing to Amanda. Thank you for the $20. Who says, wait, that person in the picture is wearing several chains. Is that gang value cumulative? Do all those chains add up to a super gang member, like a final gang boss? Much love. That's funny, Amanda. I wish I would have read that one off earlier when we were actually talking about that subject. Thank you as well, Helen, for the $25. Emily, thank you for the $10. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And Madison with the $25 as well, who says, as a healthcare worker, I love hearing your amazing stance on abortion. Thank you for using your voice. Well, it's good to know that healthcare workers stand by my position. That's telling me I'm doing something right. Thank you for the wonderful work that you do, by the way, Madison. Thank you for the $25. Show some love to Madison down below. And then Riley, thank you for the 10. We're all caught up on Venmo to quickly get caught up on PayPal. Thank you for the $10, Anita. Thank you, Ryan, for the $13, who says the last guest was horrible, literally the worst. Kaylin, thank you for the $10 as well. Let's get 100 Kaylin W's. And Stephanie, thank you for the $20, who says notes for the rape argument. Women and very often impotent men commit rape. A penis/working penis is not required. Additionally, rape is about power and control, not about attraction. So even if he wasn't attracted to her, still would have been raped. Please incorporate these if possible. All really good notes that I should definitely talk about more. Thank you for the love. Iofi, I'm just going to call you A. Thank you for the $40 donation on PayPal, who says, from A in Ireland again, Irish people love you as well, at least the majority, but luckily we're the most educated country in the world at reasons why we like you. Stay safe. Is that true? Is Ireland really the most educated country in the world? That's fucking awesome. Thank you for the $40, A. Same thing to Deanna. Thank you for the $5. I really appreciate you. Hannah, thank you for the $1. Piper, thank you for the $4. Cole, thank you. Sorry, Autumn, thank you so much for the $10, who says, I wish you the best and hope that you stay safe as you can. Keep up all the great effort. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Autumn. Christina, thank you for the $20. Who says, love y'all, Dean and Parker. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate you for the love. And Atreyu, thank you for the $10. Beatrice, thank you for the $5. And Miss SJ, thank you for the $40. Who says, from SJ, just sending you and yours some love, as always. Love you, SJ. You know that. Thank you so much for the $40. I really appreciate you. Georgina, thank you for the $32. Who says, hey, Dean, hope that you're doing well. This is going to sound crazy, but thank you so much for being a comfort streamer while I've been in a sadness pit over the last couple weeks. Hope this funds the security hope this funds your security very well. Stay smiling and keep up the fight. Thank you so much, Georgina. I'm sorry that you've been in a little bit of pit over the course of the last couple of weeks. It happens to the best of us from time to time, and I'm so happy that our live streams can serve as a good distraction. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And then Rachel, thank you so much for the $15 donation on PayPal as well. And the last one for now, Miss Madeline, thank you for the $25, who says, stay safe with this donation to the security fund for you, your girlfriend, and Momo, and also happy early birthday. Oh, I appreciate you, Madison. Thank you guys so much. We're all caught up on the donations. That's pretty much every donation from the last hour and a half or so. It's been a while since I've thanked you guys. So thank you so much for the love. I thought that I would go ahead and repeat that literally all the donations today and for the foreseeable future will go directly to funding and ensuring the safety of me and my girlfriend. As a response to these false allegations, including the one that we just talked about, I've had people send bomb threats to my house, as well as much worse that I actually don't want to publicly share on live. I'm at an inflection point where I rather get off the grid and run for the hills and give up the streams for a little bit, or I continue these streams, but I dump thousands of dollars into the personal safety of me and my loved ones. So if you do want to support us, you can find a link to my Venmo and my PayPal and the link tree in the bio on my TikTok account. The pin message is always at the top of the screen over on TikTok, right there, just Dean Withers without the letter E in Withers. That's a handle. And it's also in the pin message over on that YouTube stream. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you for the patience, Parker, if you want to take it
Oh,
away.
Dean, I got to get going here. Thank you for having me up here, man. I just need to say thank you to Barbara. Thank you for the $50. Thank you very much. And SJ with the $40. Thank you very much. And SJ with the $40. Thank you very much.
Get another co-host up here in a little bit. Why don't you go to take it away, man, and tell us why you support Trump as president?
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the economy, because his administration has, done the tax cuts that was for the economic activity, and the numbers speak volumes. I think, there was jobs that was created, and a lot of people benefited from it.
Okay, so I don't know what fucking fictional version of reality you live in, but in the reality I live in, last year under Trump, after he passed the big beautiful bill, we actually had the worst jobs report in 20 years ignoring recessions, only adding 181,000 jobs to the economy compared to 2.2 million the year prior under Biden.
I think if you compare like pre-pandemic to post-pandemic, then obviously it's going to be different, right?
I don't know what fairy tale version of reality you're living in, but in the version of the true reality I live in, I brought up the jobs report in 2025 and in 2024, both years being post-pandemic.
Okay.
Bro, you geeked out? You geeked out right now, bro? You geeked out, bro?
No.
You're not geeked out, bro?
I don't hit.
No, bro.
Also,
you geeked out.
What flavor?
You're geeked out, bro. You're geeked out, bro. We're gonna move on to the next guest. All the opposite side of the queue, if you happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. All the opposite side of the queue, if you do happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. That guy was geeked. That guy was geeked, bro. He was so fucking geeked, dude. How geeked was he? He was so geeked. My friend, was that last guest geeked or what? Bite the bullet. Were they geeked?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, were they geeked? 10 out of 10
sorry?
geeks? Don't worry about it. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I support
Oh, you must
Trump.
be geeked too.
What?
How much shit do you have to
talked
smoke
to me so
to
many
reason
times.
yourself to the conclusion that Trump is a good president?
Oh.
you geeked. Why do you support Trump?
What? You've talked to me so many times. You know that I'm not someone that's like that.
Mm-hmm. Why do you support him?
Well, in 2016, I actually had TDS. I didn't want him to be president, and when he did, I thought like everything was gonna fall. I thought like we were gonna be in war. I heard all the Democratic power their stuff.
So when you hated Trump, you thought he was going to put us into a war, but then Trump actually put us into a war. You started liking him?
Well, it was mainly because the Democratic, everything that they were saying about him, it didn't come true. So, I mean,
like the claim about a war definitely came true.
Hold on. That was the first thing that gave me the inclination that the Democrats are just saying things about him they shouldn't be saying.
What did Kamala Harris say about Trump that didn't come through? She prophesized that the economy would crumble. Here we are. She prophesized that he'd start a new war. Here we are. She prophesized that he would militarize the streets against citizens. We've been there since he deployed the National Guard across the country illegally. What else did she prophesize that came true? Listen, at the end of the day, I think if you want to hate on any politician for saying things that aren't true, hate on Trump. The man that told over 30,000 confirmed lies in his first 4 years alone and told the largest lie that any sitting president has ever told with his denial of the outcome of the 2020 election.
Okay, so we got a lot of stuff that's coming over that is actually leading over from the Biden administration, such as Dearborn, Michigan. Do you blame that on Trump?
I don't know. You're going to have to give me more specifics. But if you're saying that, well, maybe there's a bleed over effect of the economic conditions under Biden and under Trump, that's actually false. I wish, because the economy was great under Biden in 2024. 2.2 million jobs added, highest level of business investment ever into American manufacturers, 250-year historical low levels of unemployment, continually reducing housing prices, grocery prices, CPI data in general. Then Trump gained office and fucked all that up. I wish that there was more of a bleed over effect from the economic regulation and reform of Biden. Unfortunately, Trump just really shook all of that up with his tariffs.
You know, that everybody's saying that that the economic part is bad. Let me see, how is this? The economic thing was bad whenever Biden was in office because of Trump's previous administration. So now you're saying that...
No, literally no one's ever said that. The reason why the economy was bad during the first year and a half of his term had to do with the pandemic. Okay, but A, now what you're doing is you're straw manning me in the sense that you want to start a conversation about Biden compared to justifying your support in Trump. And B, you're just straight up making shit up about the reasons why the economy was considered bad at the beginning of Biden's term by the left. C, let's stick on topic. Why do you think that the racist rapist who's calling for the execution of his political opponents is a good president? What's the argument, ma'am?
Wait, what?
Why do you think the racist rapist who's calling for the execution of his political opponents is a good president? What's the argument, ma'am?
He is defending our country.
How?
He's trying to get these people... Okay, you don't know anything about... You cannot tell me you don't know anything about Dearborn, Michigan.
I don't know anything about how Trump is defending the country. Just tell me how Trump is defending the country, please, ma'am. I don't want to question. I don't want a rhetorical jab. I just want to know how he's defending the country, please.
He's taking the immigrants out. And
how's that defending our country? How's it making our country better? How's it defending our country to like militarize our streets, kill citizens, and illegally detain brown people?
I don't know if I'm actually allowed to mention. I'm sorry. Do you know who Noor bin Laden is? N-O-O-R is her first name.
No. Could you just tell me how mass deportation is defending America, please?
It is getting terrorists out of our country. There are not all of these immigrants. These immigrants are here that can bless our country. But there are people that came to this country that don't belong here.
Yeah, like super bad people. And those people are being identified and deported by the Trump administration at significantly lower rates than previous Democratic administrations. That's a fact.
Last week it was almost 4,000 people.
Listen, as a total, that's just not terrorist undocumented immigrants. That's not just violent undocumented immigrants. That's all undocumented immigrants. Okay, per data from Homeland Security, only around 3% of the deportations done by Trump have been of those with violent crimes on their records. Under Obama, that was upwards of 25%. So if you really just want to focus on undocumented immigrants with bad crimes on their records, the really bad violent guys, okay, that's fine. We could shake hands on that. They should be thrown in jail or deported. The Democrats threw them in jail or deported them at higher rates than Trump is today. He's more so focusing on the innocent families, the unaccompanied minors. I mean, literally today, a 1-year-old show up in front of an immigration court, and the judge told this 1-year-old infant that they're going to get deported if they don't start the process for filing for asylum. A fucking 1-year-old.
He said that to a 1-year-old. Do you
yes.
think the 1-year-old understood?
Obviously not. It's a fucking 1-year-old. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is just to make my point clear, okay, that the Trump administration is not focusing on bad undocumented immigrants. Okay, Democrats were much better at focusing on bad undocumented immigrants.
Anything. You have to have someone that's actually representing that 1-year-old. You can't tell a 1-year-old that. Number two, I do realize that there is a lot of political things that are there to just like create chaos, such as the thing that's going on with you. I do not think that you are the type of character that would do something like that.
Focus on my point. Focus on my point, please. I appreciate you for shaming them, but I want you to focus on my point. You made the claim that Donald Trump is protecting America by deporting bad undocumented immigrants. My counterclaim is that he's actually deporting the really bad undocumented immigrants at significantly lower rates than the Democratic presidents before him.
He is looking for. Do you know that he's actually offered $100 million reward just for information on the capture of one of the 5 top drug cartels?
Yeah, our FBI has literally been doing that since the conception of the FBI. People
No,
in the top 10
absolutely,
wanted
you know,
have rewards for information that leads to the arrest of that individual. You could like watch videos on YouTube about like the top bounties that have been placed on criminals in the history of the Federal Bureau of Investigations. It has nothing to do with Trump. Okay, this is something that the FBI has been doing forever. Not to mention that this is a goddamn pivot. You said that he's protecting the country by deporting bad undocumented immigrants.
not a
The
pivot.
data says that Democrats deported the
There's
bad
way more
undocumented
to
immigrants at
it.
higher rates than Trump today. Well, you concede that the Democrats were better at protecting the country than Donald Trump since they
let
identified,
everybody
detained, and
in.
deported bad undocumented immigrants at higher rates.
They let everybody in.
You're completely
did not-
dodging the
they-
point. This lady has zero comprehension ability to actually engage with and respond to the counterpoint that I'm making. This is my last fucking time going through this. Bite the bullet. Okay, you made a claim. You said that Donald Trump is protecting America by deporting bad undocumented immigrants with violent crimes on their records. Homeland Security data says, okay, that Democrats have historically deported bad undocumented immigrants with violent crimes on their records at significantly higher rates than Trump is today. 25% compared to below 3%. I don't want a pivot about Biden letting people in. I don't want a pivot about claims made in reference to the FBI's most wanted. I don't want to pivot about anything to do with me. I want you to give me a direct response to the claim that I'm making.
They actually gave more criminals that needed to be deported. They actually gave them citizenship while they were here. You don't know about that. It's not really talked about much. They gave them.
Yep, I'm kicking you because you didn't respond to the point. Let's go to get the next guest connected. Sorry, I have talked to her many times in the past, and it always goes the same way. When I give them a point to prove them wrong, they just start spewing nonsense, and I'm not going to do that again today. Welcome in. Do you support Trump?
No, I don't, Dean. But I'd just like to say, I'm from Europe. I'm from the UK.
Pelham, I'm sorry, man. It's not your fault. I'm not going to ban you. We are just looking to talk to individuals who do support Trump as president. Just know that I appreciate you, man. You sound like a cool dude, okay?
Over on Super Chat, thank you for the 14 Canadian dollars, Alaster. I appreciate you, and I'll make sure that I look into that. That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you for the love, Alaster. That's very kind of you. On Venmo, thank you, Evelyn, for the $5, who says, thank you so much for your points of view and helping to educate me and so many others. Awesome, Evelyn. I'm so happy that we helped educate you. That's awesome. Same thing to Hannah. Thank you for the $10, who says, for the safety and security of you, your girlfriend, and Momo. Thank you for all that you do. You're making this world a better place. Well, thank you so much for helping us out, Hannah. That is very kind of you. Thank you for the $10. Same thing to you, Logan. Thank you for the $10, who says, I watch you almost every day. Hope you're well. I'll take a look at that. If you want, there is a channel in my Discord, Logan, called Helping Hands, where you might be able to get some help on that. My Discord join code is Dean. Thank you as well, Rachel, for the $10. I appreciate you. Hey, Rachel. I appreciate you so much for the love. I'm so happy that you've been watching us for a while. And thank you for the $10. Same thing for Yolanda. Thank you for the $10 as well. You says, thank you for being a champion on Rape Victims. Well, thank you for the $10, Yolanda. Welcome in, Petri Dish. Do you support Trump?
Hey, Dean.
Okay, sorry. I thought that Petri Dish was the person making all the noises with the toilet, so I kicked them. Turns out they weren't. Okay, let's go to move on to the next guest. Alejandro, thank you for the $20 over on Super Chat, who says, how often do you meditate? Not enough. I probably need to meditate more, but maybe my version of meditation is watching TV while debating people on abortion on my alt account. I don't know. Thank you for the $20, Alejandro. That's very kind of you. Then over on PayPal, thank you, Vivid, for the $12, who says, you've changed my life and so many others. You don't deserve all that you're going through. People suck. Much love, dude. Hey, much love to yourself as well, Vivid. Thank you for the kind words. I'm so happy that the streams help you out. You're awesome. Thank you, Vivid. Same thing to Pamela. Thank you for the $12, who says, Dean, I'm devastated that you've been put in danger by the MAGA lunatics. Stay safe and keep up the good fight. Thanks, Pamela. I appreciate you. It's actually pretty crazy. I'm sure that I'll go into the specifics of like what kind of dangers I've been put into and why I'm spending a lot of money on the security of my family later in the future once things calm down. It's just going to be a crazy story to tell, man. A crazy story to tell. And Amy, thank you for the $9 as well. I appreciate you, Amy. Welcome in, Trump/Jesus. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do. Can you debate me that?
Yeah.
All right, let me get him.
Mm-hmm. Tyler, do you support Trump? Tyler's not here. Let's go to get the next guest connected.
Right. I got my dad. Yeah, he's kind of evil, so.
Okay. Moving on to the next guest. Only hop inside of the queue if you are here for a debate, please and thank you. Let's go to get the next guest connected. Only hop inside of the box if you're here for a debate. Let's go to get the next guest, Hayden Watts, loaded up inside of the queue right now. Welcome in, Hayden. Do you support Trump? Hayden, hello? Okay, Hayden's not here, so we're going to go to kick them out and move on to the next guest. We got Your Average Joe loading up inside of the box. Hey, welcome in. Do you support Trump? Hello? Okay, they're not here. Let's go to get the next guest loaded in. Is he about to play Under the Fucking Sea, dude? You're so banned. You're so totally cooked. Hey, welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Brandon, how old are you?
18.
Do you consider yourself to be a conservative?
Yeah.
What conservative values does Donald Trump represent?
Pro-life. Bringing power back to the states, essentially.
Okay, more power to the states. Do you think that he's giving more power to the states by violating the 10th Amendment by illegally deploying the National Guard in states without the approval from the state?
Wait, repeat that?
Do you think that Donald Trump is giving more power to the states by violating the 10th Amendment and illegally deploying the federal National Guard, or I guess the National Guard of a respective state in that state without the approval from that state?
I mean, you could argue so. You could argue so. I mean,
then make the argument that violating the Constitution and infringing on states' rights is giving more power to the states.
No, I mean, I agree. I agree that would be unconstitutional, but I mean, it'd just be an unconstitutional way of giving power back to the states. You know what I mean?
How's that giving more power to the states to do something in violation of states' rights?
How is that in violation of states' rights?
Well, because that's why it breaks the 10th Amendment. Delegation of rights to the states. The only entity that has the right to deploy the National Guard of a state is the state in of itself.
Wait, why is this relevant to why I support Trump?
Because you said that you agree with him giving more power to the states. I'm just simply asking you here to...
I mean, that's a conservative value he upholds.
Yeah, how is he upholding this value when he's violating states' rights to militarize the streets of a state without the state's approval?
I mean, I could just point to him, you know,
So you're
doing
gonna run?
other things.
So is this thing giving more power to the states?
I'm not going to run. I mean,
So is
I think
this
you're gonna
specific thing giving more power to the states, Brandon?
run. Well, no.
Okay. So this thing is actually taking power away from the states, correct?
I could see the argument.
Okay, do you see the argument or do you agree?
I see the argument.
Okay, why don't you agree?
Well, because how would it be taking it back? Because it's only in selective states, right?
Okay, let me explain to you how this is taking power from the states. Do you know what the 10th Amendment is?
No.
Oh, but you care about states' rights, but you don't know what the 10th Amendment is. You're LARPing.
No, I'm not.
The 10th Amendment is literally, and I quote, the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively, or to the people. It is like the crux of states' rights. The 10th Amendment is the crux of states' rights. Now, the Supreme Court gave their opinion that he actually violated the 10th Amendment, okay, by deploying the National Guard of, like, Illinois, for instance, in Illinois without the approval of Illinois. So that took that power away from the states.
I mean, yeah. If what you're telling me is true, then yeah.
Okay, perfect. Did he also take power away from the states when he illegally blocked handing over evidence to local Minneapolis investigators that wanted to look into the killing of Renee Good and Alex Preddy? that they actually had to get from the federal government by suing the federal government, proving that they were abridging upon their state's right?
I mean, it's pretty clear that was self-defense. You know, they tried to kill.
If Donald Trump did or did not abridge upon states' rights in the illegal refusal of handing over evidence to state investigators.
I mean, what's there to investigate to a simple self-defense case? You know what I mean?
Okay, so you're saying that we should. So I once again, you don't seem to be understanding the question that I'm asking you, fucking low tier. Let me repeat the question. State investigators from Minnesota had to sue the Trump administration to gain access to evidence concerning Renee Good's killing because the federal government refused to hand it over. After they sued them, the federal government was forced to hand it over because they were in violation of the law and in violation of states' rights. Can we agree that this is another example of Trump abridging upon states' rights?
I mean, did they get the evidence in the end?
Yep, after they sued them.
Okay, so in the end, it wasn't in violation of states' rights.
Nope, they got the evidence because it was in violation of states' rights. The federal government was forced to hand it over in accordance with the law and states' rights.
Yeah, so they got the evidence in the end.
Right, by proving that they violated states' rights by refusing to give them the evidence in the first place, which proves the federal government violated states' rights. This is not that difficult to understand. This is a concept for a fucking third grader.
No, I'm understanding.
Okay, so then you understand that, yeah, the fact that they got the evidence after suing them is what proves that the federal government refusing to hand over that evidence in the first place was in violation of states' rights.
I mean, I'm just going off based off what you told me, but if what you're telling me is true, then I'd see your point. Sure.
Okay, so that's another example of Donald Trump infringing on states' rights. Perfect. Fucking perfect. So it doesn't really seem like Donald Trump is too good at adhering upholding states' rights.
He gave power back to states with abortion.
Oh, he shouldn't have done that. I think that some things should be protected on the federal level, including basic human rights.
Murder is a basic human right.
No, murder is not a basic human right.
Okay, so you just contradicted yourself.
No, I didn't. What was the contradiction?
You said abortion should be left up to, and then you said murder shouldn't be left up to.
Yep.
Contradiction, because abortion is murder.
Oh, that's false.
No, it's true.
What's the argument for that?
It's immoral to deprive a human being from its conscious future.
Okay. Are you a vegan?
No.
Okay, so you don't think that the conscious future of an adult pig matters too much?
Matters in the way where I wouldn't come up and kill it with my bare hands, but I don't. Well,
it wouldn't be murder to kill a pig because you're not depriving it of super valuable future goods. Oh, he left. Oh, maybe he's heard my argument there before. Oh, man. But anyway, so his argument was that it's murder to kill the fetus because you are depriving it of certain future goods like rationality. Okay? But he doesn't think that the rationality in the future of the average adult pig is important enough to make it murder to kill the average adult pig. So if we were to assume a hypothetical where we know that a fetus will die out of womb at around the age of 2 to 3, it means that that fetus would only have the same future rationality as the average adult pig would, because the average 2 to 3-year-old is just as intelligent as the average adult pig. Meaning that in that circumstance, if that fetus was born, it would not be murder to then turn around and ruthlessly slaughter that newborn. In fact, it would be just as wrong to kill that newborn as it would be wrong to kill the average adult pig. But he laughed because he's all it coming. Because I've given that same argument to somebody else. Clouds, welcome in. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
How old are you?
19.
What year are you born in?
August 21st, 2007.
Okay, I have a couple of people to thank here. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Wait, actually, I already thanked you earlier, Evelyn. I'll thank you again. Could you please turn off that sound in the background? Thank you so much, Jovi, for the 2 pennies. I appreciate you, Jovi. Then over on PayPal, Eleanor, thank you for the $12 donation on PayPal. Who says, hey, Dean, I normally love your content, but your views on childhood abortion yesterday was shocking to me. I'd love to debate you on it, but I don't know if I'm allowed. Anyways, my TikTok is @redacted, and I'm in the queue. Stay safe. Yeah, well, listen, Eleanor, I hope that it's not really too shocking to think that, like, if a super young girl is raped and impregnated, that she should have to have an abortion. I just don't think that pregnancy is good for super young girls that are raped and impregnated, you know? Welcome in. Do you support, or you told me that you do support Trump. Why don't you go ahead and tell us why you support Trump?
I support Trump because under Biden, there wasn't no happy birthdays for me. And under Trump, I got every happy birthday. And I feel like people are more caring under Trump.
I'm banning you. Moving on to the next guest only. Hop inside of the queue if you happen to be an American adult that supports Trump. We got Gabriel loading up. Folks, if you want to support me, if you want to support the stream, if you want to ask a question or get a message across, you can find a link to my Venmo and my PayPal and the link tree in the bio on my TikTok account. Pin message on the YouTube stream. The handle always lives right there at the top of the phone screen on TikTok too. It's just my name, Dean Withers, without the letter E in the last name Withers. Do quadruple check that spelling though. Every letter matters. All donations will be going to funding the safety and security of me and my girlfriend, which I have to spend thousands of dollars on because of the threats that we've been receiving to her safety as of recently. All right. Braden, welcome back in. Where'd you go? Oh, but it doesn't even look like Braden is loading in. Okay. Moving on to the next guest. Only hop inside of the queue if you're here for debate, please. We got Retrace loading up inside of the queue. Okay, it doesn't look like Retrace is going to connect either, so we're going to move on to the next guest. That's fine. We got Ambry connecting to the stream. Where is that next guest at? Somebody in the chat says, why is nobody talking? Yeah, for real. I'm trying to load people up from the queue, but none of them are here. That's fine. We got Washington first loading in.
Hello.
This will be good.
Hello.
Welcome back in, Braden. Where'd you go?
Sorry about that. My mom walked in.
How old are you?
18.
Okay, Washington first. Do you support Trump? Washington first. You have 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Washington first. You're on the live stream.
Hello, Dean. We talked a couple days ago. I think you remember me.
No, I don't remember you. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
How old are you? Okay, and banned. Braden, we're going to go back to you. So you said that you want to debate about abortion. So just to catch us up, you think that it's murder to kill a fetus because you're depriving it of certain valuable future goods. Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you think that those certain valuable future goods are things like a higher level of rationale, and this explains why you don't think that it's murder to kill the average adult pig, because their future goods are not as meaningful or valuable as ours. Correct?
I mean, it kind of depends on how I would become this pig. Like, I'm not a vegan, but I wouldn't walk up to a pig and, like, kill it with my bare hands type of thing.
Do you think it'd be okay to go pig hunting and shoot and kill a pig if it means that you won't be depressed for the next 12 months?
Like, that's the outcome of me shooting that pig?
Yeah, I'd say that's okay.
I mean, I don't value its life that much, so yeah. It's fine.
We eat pigs. Perfect. And that's because the certain future valuable goods in the future of that pig aren't too meaningful. Now, here's the question. Let's just assume hypothetical where there's a fetus that we know will die because of genetic predispositions at around the age of around 2 to 3. They're going to die a natural death. In that scenario, would it be morally permissible for that woman to get an abortion due to the fact that the future goods of that fetus are identical to the future goods of the average adult pig, due to the fact that the average adult pig has the same level of intelligence as the average 2 to 3-year-old?
If it's guaranteed to die at 2 to 3, I wouldn't say that abortion would be wrong, but I'd still say, I don't think that really contradicts any of my argument, does it?
It actually doesn't. And I would expect you to say that abortion wouldn't be wrong, because it doesn't seem like that crazy of a bullet to bite. Here's the thing, though. Here's the crazy bullet to bite, Bray Bray. Let's assume that woman gave birth to that fetus. It's no longer something in her uterus. It is a full-blown 1-year-old infant child. It's still gonna die at the age of 2 to 3. Are you saying it would not be wrong to kill that infant if the mother is really depressed due to the fact that they have a kid, and killing that infant will forgo their depression?
Well, I mean, I would say yes, but I'd want to talk more about this topic. I mean, like, when I say I value its potential for...
What's the meaningful difference between that same thing as a fetus and that thing as an infant that makes it permissible to kill it when it's a fetus, but impermissible to kill it as an infant?
When I say potential, I kind of mean like potential birth to become a agent with rational faculties.
Yeah.
So I'd say,
in accordance with a future like ours view, it lacks that as a fetus, and it lacks that as a newborn, because we know that it will die a natural death at the age of 2 to 3. You said it would be permissible to kill it as a fetus because its future is not valuable. So why would it not be permissible to kill it as an infant, given the fact that it has the same future?
I'm just gonna have to say I don't know. I couldn't give an argument at this time. That's an argument I've never heard
You're saying
before.
you can't explain why it would be wrong to brutally kill an infant child?
Well, I mean...
That's the issue with your view. Thank you for playing, Brayden.
I mean, obviously I could say how that would be wrong, but if I were to stay logically consistent...
In order to argue that it's wrong to brutally kill an infant newborn, you'd have to contradict the reasons why you're pro-life?
I don't know. What now? I can't...
Do you accept that that's true? In order to explain why you think it's wrong to brutally kill an infant child, you'd have to contradict the reasons you gave me insofar as why you think abortion is murder.
I mean, a difference I could see... Wait. So what would be the reason for the mother killing the one-year-old infant?
They're going to be really depressed if they don't. Same reason why you said it was okay to kill the pig.
I mean, yeah, I'd say it... I mean, I'd say it would be wrong to murder the one-year-old infant because I'd value obviously the life of the infant more than the mental state of the mother.
Why?
Because I think... What do you mean, why?
You can't explain that under the pro-life worldview that you've given me. You can't explain that wrongness. You said the thing that makes it wrong to kill the fetus or anybody else would be the deprivation of a future like ours. The future of that fetus, and now of that newborn, is identical to the average adult pig, given that we know that they will naturally die at around the age of 2 to 3. To answer the question of why you value the life of that newborn more than the mental states of the woman, which I agree with, by the way, you would have to dump your pro-life argument.
Well, why would I have to do that?
Because its future is not valuable to you.
Of the one-year-old fetus?
1-year-old infant, yeah. It has the same future. It has the same future as the average adult pig, if not less of a future than the average adult pig.
I mean, that is a...
You have to completely dump the future like ours argument to explain why it would be wrong to kill that infant. You would. You'd have to completely dump it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see my point. You have to completely dump the future like ours argument. Explain why it would be wrong. In doing so, you'll dump your pro-life argument.
I've been trying to work on my my future like ours argument for a while, and I've never heard this argument before. So,
because you never
I don't know
talked
what
to
to
Dean
say.
Withers about it before. I'm sorry.
I was in junior varsity.
Listen, man. Go consider the argument. I'll leave you with one parting gift. There is a reason why 81% of ethicists are pro-choice. And that's because the pro-choice theory is true. Thanks for playing, bro. Have a good rest of your day. Let's go to get the next guest connected. Only opposite side of the queue. If you happen to be an American adult that supports Donald J. Trump as president. Hey, Evelyn, I appreciate you for the $5 donation on Venmo again. You sent another one 28 minutes ago. Evelyn with the $5 on Venmo says, so sorry to hear that you've been receiving threats. If the only reason that you're supporting Trump is because you got a happy birthday message, that's all I need to hear. Lamau. I'm pretty sure that person was trolling Evelyn. I really appreciate you for another $5. That's very kind of you. Show some love to Evelyn down below while we look for the next guest chat. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Very kind, quite frankly. Same thing over on PayPal. Thank you for the $1 Natalia, who says, hey, I love you. Love you too, Natalia. Vanessa, thank you for the $1 as well. If you want to support me, you could find a link to my Venmo and my PayPal in the link tree in the bio on my TikTok account. Pin message over on YouTube, and the handle is always at the top of the phone screen. Oh, dude, this came in a little bit ago. I really hope that you're still here. Nathan, thank you so much for the $100 donation on PayPal for the security fund. Thank you for the love, Nathan. I appreciate you. Let's get 1,000 Nathan W's down below in that chat. Genuinely, I appreciate you so much, man. That is a lot of money. I really appreciate it. It goes a very long way, and I'm so very grateful for your kindness. Please do show some love to Nathan down below. Huge shout out to Nathan. Thank you for the love. Anonymous with the 1 penny says, can you say 6'7"? Fuck off. Show some love to Nathan down below. Welcome in. Cross, do you support Trump?
Dean, you should make a bath stream. Just go in the bathtub, set up your stream, and
Dean, get this guy out, bro.
Gabriel, do you support Trump?
Dean, can you give me 10 seconds? Please, just 10 seconds.
I'm going to take that as a no, so I'm going to ban you. Quite frankly. Let's go to get the next guest connected. We got Parker loaded up inside of the queue. Alrighty, right. Let's go to get the next guest connected. Only hop inside of the queue if you happen to be MAGA, please. Alright, it doesn't look like this person's connecting, so we're gonna move on to the next guest. Feel free to let me know if you're MAGA down below in that comment section. I'll let you skip the line. Let you skip that line. Hey, FNU, appreciate you for the $5 over on Venmo. Thank you, FNU.
Yes, Dean.
What's up, Christian?
Hear
You
my
support Trump?
fucking dad out. Hear my dad out. You gotta hear my dad out. Don't kick me. You gotta hear my dad.
I like your accent. That's a very satisfying accent. I like your accent. Let's go get the next guest connected. We got Mikey loaded up inside of the queue. Only up inside of the queue if you happen to be MAGA, everyone. Now, all of a sudden, everybody in the comment section is MAGA. I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are just fucking lying. I have a feeling that a lot of you guys are just absolutely, undeniably fucking lying to my face. Is that what's happening? Is that what's going on, bro? I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's going on. I'm pretty sure that a bunch of people are just lying straight to my fucking face. Let's go get the next guest connected. Quite frankly. We got Benjamin loading up inside of the queue.
Haha, no way.
What's up, Ben? Do you support
big
Trouble?
lineup to get in here.
Hell yeah.
I do.
Oh, rats, man. Why?
Well, a lot of reasons, and I'll give you one for funny, and let's see where this goes. He put in an executive order to stop trans women into sports and into the washrooms, and that alone set me to support him.
Yeah, not true. So he actually, on the federal level, did not direct any trans woman to stop playing in women's sports. What he did do is he signed an executive order giving states the ability to ban trans women's participation since it's a states' right issue. SCOTUS upheld that EO, argued that it was legal. Now states are able to ban trans women from the NCAA.
Perfect. Love it.
3 points. There's only 16 trans women in the entirety of the country competing in the NCAA. A vast majority, if not all, of those trans women live in blue states that will safely not ban their ability to compete.
So
this
because
means
it's
that
below-
approximately 0 to 2 trans women will possibly be banned from the NCAA. I
All the
think
power to it. I support that. Sure, I like those evidence or facts that you just gave me. I support that. Sure.
Yeah, 0 to 2 people being banned. Here's a counter argument, sir. I don't have a problem with trans women playing in women's sports when they don't possess an unfair biological advantage over their cis women counterparts. But let's just assume that trans women shouldn't be competing in women's sports. Well, this still doesn't mean that you should support Trump because, like, sure, that would be a pro. 0 to 2 trans women banned from NCAA.
Maybe it's more of an important factor on my side.
That could be that could be very easily outweighed by just like a couple cons. Okay, like what's the first con that could outweigh that? Well, over the course of the next 4 years, there's going to be 14 million people killed as a result of Donald Trump defunding USAID. So are you okay with the cost for banning 0 to 2 trans women from the NCAA being 14 million dead innocent people over the course of the next 4 years?
Are you done? Have you taken a breath now? Am I able to say a word? Because you interrupt a lot with these silly nonsense evidence or facts that you come up with. Okay? Yes, I would support it if you want to play under 0.2% because there's a more percentage of people on my side, you want to use MAGA, on the right side to oppose on that. And you're like, oh, it'd be a short battle? That's silly nonsense and it's bad information being spread.
Okay, so I don't know if you're crazy or incoherent, but you actually didn't address the question that I asked you.
It's okay if we miss each other's questions. Go ahead, because I missed yours in the paragraph you left. Go ahead. Ask.
Okay. So I accepted that as a pro, just tentatively, for the debate. Correct. I could still demonstrate to you why you shouldn't support Trump. So the pro of Trump as president is 0 to 2 trans women banned from the NCAA. Okay, but I feel like we could easily outweigh that pro with a con. Like the fact that over the course of the next 4 years, because of Trump,
we can agree to disagree.
14 million people are going to die from his cuts to USAID funding. So do you think...
Where did they get that number from? 14 million people are going to die because of the funding? That sounds ridiculous. Can you give me... Can we talk about that?
Yes, we can talk about that.
Please go on.
So the Lancet, an institution, did a study on the outcome of Trump's cuts to USAID, and they determined that 14 through 22 million people are going to die over the course of the next 4 years globally because of that. They reasoned that by looking at how many lives... I said 14 to 22 million. I just always assumed the lower boundary.
I want to be on the same page. Very good. Continue, please.
They were able to project that figure by looking at how many lives USAID has saved over the course of the last 22 years, which they say is 90 million. I guarantee you there's
opposition arguing about how much money's been saved. Taken away supporting the nonsense programs out there.
Yeah, around $1 billion will be saved.
Yeah, probably more than that.
That's how much USAID was going to be funded.
So the government now is what your claim is. The government now is arguing to save money over nonsense spending and these programs, and that's going to lead to 14 to 22 million deaths. I feel like that's what I heard. That sounds absolutely absurd. And
what's absurd about it?
The 14 to 22 million. How many people are in America? Like that's exaggerating.
There are 340 million Americans and around 8 billion humans on planet Earth.
So 22 million is going to leave. 800. What you say? 800 million. Do you not think that's going to be
8 billion people on Earth?
No, we're talking about the states. You're telling me around the
We're actually not talking about the States. USAID is global funding that saves lives around the world.
Even better, even better. Okay, so then it's okay for wasteful spending to have programs in Indonesia. Wait, I'm not finished. Indonesia about transitioning and about supporting programs that does not give any moral and value of America. Is that okay?
So, it actually does give value to America to save lives overseas by preventing the transmission of STDs, STIs, and AIDS, because Americans travel and immigrants immigrate here. But B, I'm not really considering how this benefits America in the equation. When I make an argument for the claim that it's a good thing to spend a couple $1 billion to save millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of lives.
When our country is broken and financially broken, you think that's a good idea to outsource on ridiculous programs that this president doesn't approve on, and this is what he's doing. He's taking it back. It's wasteful spending.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to spend 0.00001% of our annual budget to save 14 million lives over the course of the next 4 years. What about you? What about you? Do you think that's a good idea?
You have to listen to the words this guy chooses.
Sir, do you think that's a good idea? Do you think it's a good idea to spend 0.001% of our budget to save 14 million lives over the course of the next 4 years?
Yeah, these numbers are not factual, but
then dispute the study that I gave you from the Lancet. Then dispute the study. Then dispute the fucking study, dweeb. Dispute the study.
Wait. I will. If you can calm down, not yell at somebody. If you can calm down, I will dispute it, because there is disputing argument and facts to contradict your claim. There is an opposite.
Such as what?
Do your own research.
Oh no, you're the one making the claim. You're the one making the claim, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're going to have to show me why it's reasonable to believe your claim by demonstrating the research in which you did to amount to the claim. What's the research?
I will tell you right now.
Do it.
It's yours.
Wait, so you're saying that the Lancet study is self-refuting?
Saying that I just said something. The research is yours.
I don't even understand what you're trying to say, sir. Are you drunk?
I know, because it's a small brain. Listen, it's the research is yours.
I have a small brain.
I just said something, and now you don't believe me, so look it up. Look it up. You don't believe. Fact check me.
What do you want me? What do you want me to look up?
Okay, I'll play. I want to look up the opposing argument about 14 to 22 people being murdered worldwide because of defunding programs. What is the argument about the 14 to 22 million people defunding programs around the world? There's the question.
Yeah, I'm not really finding anything here. I think that you're going to have to go ahead and, give me the source for your own claim.
www.org321./a.
What?
I don't have a government or a factual number for you to research. I have intelligence. So to be saying that there isn't, I know 100% there's more people arguing your fact right now than there is agreeing with you. And you might get
weird. Hey, Ray, thank you for the $10 donation on PayPal. He says, I just wanted to reach out to offer skills I have that can maybe help. I have a bachelor's in science and cyber information security and close to my master's. If you need anything, let me know. Oh, hey, Ray, I'll definitely take that down. Thank you for the $10. Yes, can you thank Ray for the $10 donation? Can you say thank you, Ray?
Leave it in the chat.
Benjamin, can you say thank you, Ray, for donating $10?
Sorry, I didn't understand you were speaking to me. You just came in on a lesson. Sure, if that makes you feel good, yeah, thanks, Ray, for making this guy feel good.
Good boy.
That's your game, not mine.
Okay, listen. You said that you don't think that we should be wastefully spending $20 billion a year on USAID expenditure to save a bunch of lives.
Correct.
How do you support Trump as president, considering the fact that he's already spent $5 trillion on policy in the last year and a half that has only hurt this nation, such as a big, beautiful bill?
That's nice to hear that he spent that much. I think that's a good idea because... Wait, I'll tell you why. I love the laughs. I'm having fun with you. Okay, we're good. I love the reform. So, yeah. Change
Reform
this shit
to
up
what?
because listen, change this shit up because it hasn't been working. There's a lot of freaking
Change what specifically?
corruption. Well, what's your specifically question then? Because I'm answering to your question specifically.
I asked you about how you feel about Trump spending $5 trillion in the last year and a half on the big, beautiful bill that's only hurt our nation, if you're complaining about spending $20 billion a year to save 14 million lives. So how do you feel about Donald Trump passing the most expensive piece of legislation ever when you're saying our country is facing crippling debt?
The legislation is for supporting America.
How so? How does the big, beautiful bill support America, sir?
It needs to be reformed because of the corruption.
What specifically is the big, beautiful bill reforming?
It's making new rules and making more
rules?
protection. Hold
What-
on.
what rules?
Wait, I'm sure you'll have another question too. Making more rules and protection for America. There's a lot of open doors and cross seas support where we're allowing in and not being allowed in. Does that make sense?
This guy's a bullshitter. Can you name one specific provision of the big, beautiful bill that you agree with? Can you name one specific provision of reformation in the big, beautiful bill that you agree
let me
with?
think here. Let me get into my brain computer here. There has been reforms over Congress people. I don't know, not Congress. Let's go businesses. Here we go. Okay, the reforms he's creating is making businesses better for Americans.
Okay. How so? What specific business reform did the big, beautiful
Well,
bill
how
introduce
deep
that you
are
agree with?
going? You need me to break down semantics with you? Like, what?
No, I just want to know, like, what specifically did he reform?
He reformed for American businesses.
Yeah, but like, what specifically did he reform for American businesses?
I gave you the specific. I just
No, you didn't. You just said, oh, he reformed businesses. That could mean increasing taxes. That could mean reducing taxes. That could mean
very good.
increasing
Reducing taxes,
subsidies.
sure.
Okay, what taxes did he reduce?
Small businesses.
What
I
taxes
don't know
on
what.
small businesses did he
Hey,
reduce?
I don't own a small business. I can't tell you the depths of it, but
Then how do you know that he reduced taxes on small businesses? Then how do you know that he reduced taxes on small businesses?
I got you back. We can agree that he has made an effort and a progress.
How do you know that he reduced taxes on small
I'm going to do
businesses?
it to you what you're doing to me. We can agree. I'm going to do you like you do to me. We can agree that he has made small businesses more profitable than ever before. We can agree that he's created more jobs than any other president. These
how
are
much
the
money?
good reforms.
Would you like to bet $50 on that claim?
I'm a single father, man, and I don't have that kind of money. $10, $5.
$5?
One heart, 0.01 cent.
Yeah. You want to bet one rose on that claim? I'll do that. Want to bet one rose on that claim? Okay. So
that's funny. I will pay.
You have to send me a rose. You lost
My
the
pride
bet.
promise.
You claim that Donald Trump has
Wait,
created
how are we
more
gonna get
jobs
the
than any
first?
other president in history. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we have a higher rate of unemployment today than we had when Biden left office. To be more
don't believe it.
specific,
I don't believe
to be
it.
more specific, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, last year in 2025 under Trump, we only added 181,000 jobs to the economy compared to 2.2
Let's
million
break
jobs
down.
added to the economy the year prior under Biden.
Nope. I disagree to these claims.
Why?
It sounds. Well, I disagree because you're researching a study that has no evidence of percentage of information from its study. So we go to one state, it gave 10. Another state gave 20 out of the millions. We got another state that gives 30.
Bro, just look at your phone screen.
Yeah, I am looking now.
This is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay? BLS.
Am I supposed to believe it? Did your parents not tell you don't believe everything on the internet? I'm supposed to believe this arrow and line and this graph from what, a .org?
Nope, a .gov.
Wow. Even still, I bet you if I look it up, it would not be the same. I can guarantee it. Let me get something. I want to get on that. Let's try that. Let's try that right now, folks. Okay? Anyways, I disagree still. It's not proof. I don't.
It's literally, it's the Government Bureau of Economic Analysis and the Government Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Okay, what do we need? Sorry?
You don't trust the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics being operated by the Trump administration?
No, I don't. And you know what? Prove me wrong. Let's get people to say, no, I don't believe it. You believe everything on the internet? You
Bro,
believe to be
this
sold?
this is data from the government.
Yeah, you don't know the research behind that data, and it could be just said like other kind of nonsense, lies and conspiracies behind it all. You can't just believe one thing you read off the internet because it's from a .org or a .gov. We have to consider now a .gov. How many percentage from each state did they get all this fucking information to make that statistic? We don't know the depths of the research.
Yeah, so I could tell you the depths of their research.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate this.
So they counted the total amount of people who can work, and then they counted the total amount of people who are working. Like this is basic, dude. Wait 1 second. What kind of source would you need to go to find the unemployment rate?
Thank you for asking a great question. I would need a research source, a research done for about 5 years, maybe 10 years, just like a vaccine. We need a long period of time from people's applying or people giving this information to take a stance on
the data. The data on this specific chart goes back to 2006. There's 20 years of research here.
Love it. Go on. So it shows a lot more down.
This is a good source.
It shows a lot more down than up, so I don't understand what your point is.
Buddy, this is you're saying it. Oh my god. Oh my.
Sorry.
Bro.
It's not you, it's me, bro.
You're saying that it shows a lot more down. Dude, this is like under like Obama. This is 2013.
That is bull.
Obama not president in 2013? Wait. You just said baloney? Was Obama not president in 2013?
That's not anything what I said. Hold on, how about this?
Dude, so this guy's an idiot.
Yeah, you're not so smart yourself.
Dude, that guy's a fucking idiot. Leave my stream. Leave my stream. Hello, welcome in. What do you want to debate?
Hey, Dean.
What's up, man? What do you want to debate, bro?
Hey, man, I made that video about you. I'm waiting to get in. I'm glad to be back. I will start by saying that I messaged you this initially. I said that I don't necessarily support Trump. However, I do disagree with quite a bit of what you stand for. Now, if you want to get into that, or have any questions,
what do you want to debate, my friend?
I think the biggest issue I have that you stand for would probably be your pro-choice stance. Yeah.
I'll debate you on abortion.
Yeah.
Let me show you guys a video this guy posted. Let me show you guys a video this guy posted. This is gonna be a good one.
Dean Withers is not a debater. He's a fast-talking feelings machine who interrupts, regurgitates talking points, and folds the second someone actually knows what they're talking about. He talks at 2x speed, like volume equals truth. He cuts people off mid-sentence. The opponent is weak or unprepared. He looks dominant. When the opponent has receipts, logic, and stays calm, he pivots, talks over them, or finds a reason to bounce from the whole thing. That's not skill. That's insecurity with a TikTok algorithm pushing.
Dude, holy shit. How long is this video, Joe?
About 2 minutes, I think.
Jesus Christ, man. You must have had a bad day or something. You were really upset.
He leans hard into empathy theater. Imagine how that makes people feel. Instead of engaging the actual argument. That's not debate. That's just therapy.
Whoa! That's not X, it's just Y. That's not X, it's actually Y. That's a very common thing we see from ChatGPT. Did you AI generate the script for this video?
No, I did not.
Uh-huh.
Display. Real debate requires steel manning the other side, dealing with data, and staying on the point even when it's uncomfortable. Dean does the opposite. He floods the zone with his talking points, moral language, and speed so the average viewer never notices he never answers the question. That's why he looks good against randoms and completely falls apart and implodes against anyone who actually has trained in debating. So, Dean, if you were actually good, you wouldn't need the interruptions and the emotional framing. You'd welcome stronger opposition because you'd win on your substance. Instead, you pick soft targets, talk fast, and call it a W on your stream. So, Dean, I'm calling you out. Stop hiding behind speed and feelings. Come debate someone who won't let you interrupt your way out of the corner. No time limits, no escape hatches, just arguments. Tag him and comment debate if you want to see him finally get pressure tested.
Let's go.
Dean.
Let's go, Dean.
You want to debate me on abortion?
That'd be one thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be the thing. It'd be one thing I disagree with you on for sure.
You do understand that abortion is my strongest subject.
Yeah, it is a strong subject of yours.
Let's debate abortion. Let's debate abortion. So just to clarify, let's go over a couple of the points made in that video.
Sure.
You think I'm not a debater at all. If anything, I'm a very weak debater because I've ChatGPT progressive talking points memorized, and I spend my time shitting on incompetent people who don't know how to debate, and I never talk to real debaters. And when I do talk to real debaters, I interrupt them, scream and shout over them, speak really fast, and then find some reason to kick them. And you consider yourself a real debater who is going to humble me.
I never claim to be an expert debater. However, I do like to have conversations about these things and, have a real conversation with facts over feelings. And
you're going to humble me, right? You're going to sit me down. You're going to expose me as the fraud you paint me to be. And this is it for Dean Withers.
Well, no, I never said in the video I'm here to humble you. I simply want to have a conversation.
Well, you don't think I'm a debater, right? You think I'm really bad at what I do.
I don't think you're terribly bad.
Someone who won't let you interrupt your way out of the corner. No time limits, no escape hatches, just arguments.
You and Jesus and whatnot. That was a really good one.